going on, good people? How you doing today? This is Twinsinc Talk, and I'm your host today, Twins Inc. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're doing good today on this wonderful Sunday. I am in Atlanta, Georgia, so the weather's been beautiful this weekend. Yesterday was like 77. Today it's gonna be 78. But either way, both days feel like it's 80 plus degrees. So, how you doing today? I hope good. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the chat room, go ahead and drop your location. You know what I'm saying? Where you calling from? Well, not calling, but what you watching from. Maybe from your cell phone. But, where you at though in the world? Where you in the States? You know what I'm saying? You in Atlanta, you in Pittsburgh, you in PA, you in Georgia, you in Vegas, California, Texas. Let me know where you at, okay? Let's get into it, y'all. I'm not going to be in front of y'all long today, but I had to give you some content today, you know what I'm saying? Because, if you're into a business and if you are doing streaming, YouTube, podcasting, whatever business that you're doing, you want to be consistent, right? So normally on Sundays, which is today, we have the chop team, right? The chop team, set the dark child. But when you set yourself up perfectly, right, your business run itself. Meaning, we have content that's going to be dropped every Monday, all up until April. So when you work hard, you get to play a little bit. Meaning, if life events come up, you know what I'm saying, somebody gets sick or vacation or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you're not feeling good today, you don't have the energy. But guess what? We have so much content that we have already. Guess what? My brother could take a day off, and guess what? He's still enjoying his day with his family and friends, whatever. But the show, the Chop Team, is still running. It's still going. So Monday morning, 7 a.m., you will get a new episode drop regarding the Chop Team. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be. If you're a real supporter, you'll know it comes Monday morning at 7 a.m. on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, Spreaker, Google, all the platforms. We on those. So Anchor, we're not Anchor, but Anchor is the whole nother topic. But when I'm saying that, if you follow the channel, is there. And, of course, if you're subscribing on YouTube, every time episodes drop, you get that instantly. But, yes, like I said, today I'm doing an episode today on Twinsinc Talk right here. And as you look at the top, yeah, right up there, right. Who's really checking for these alpha and beta men? And does it matter? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that has been brought to me multiple times. I've been in multiple rooms, Clubhouse. I have another podcast show called The Real Deal versus How You Feel. Big shout out to my co-host. We're both hosts, but my co-host, you are Miss, a.k.a. Ms. I Speak Life. We're live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on this Stereo app. It's a free app where you can have conversation with random people, but we don't have random people, just me and her. But people can chime in and leave in good conversation and their thought process, and we speak on it. But yes, so with that all being said, this is a topic that someone asked me in one of these clubhouses about the alpha man and beta man. And I told them, like, for me personally, Twinsinc here, I don't subscribe to these alphas and beta mans. Because, I mean, honestly, let's be real. Where were all this alpha and beta stuff in the last 10 years? I'm like, people sometimes get caught up on these names so much. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a certain person, or you have to be an alpha, you have to be a beta, and if you're this, you're that, right? I don't fit into that. But, because I am talking about it, I got to give y'all some knowledge. Got to drop a little bit of gems because, I'm saying, I don't want to speak just from facts I don't want to speak from feelings and opinion. I'm going to give y'all some information here, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching me live on YouTube, because I do a live 2 recording every Sunday at 3 p.m., right? So if you're watching on, if you're listening on podcasts on Monday, I appreciate you. If you're listening on the Apple Podcasts and Spreaker and Spotify, I appreciate you for listening. But if you want to see the visual, we go live on YouTube. So subscribe to Twinsinc on YouTube. TWINSINC, Twinsinc, same as Twinsinc Talk, but it's just Twinsinc, and you'll see all of the content that I put up. So Twinsinc Talk, the Chop Team, the new you versus the real you, everything that I do when it comes to this podcast and speaking. Sometimes you may see a little gaming because I do game as well. But back to the main topic. So if you're watching on live on YouTube with me or YouTube period, you will see I put up the little definition that popped up when you go on, the famous Google search. And you type in alpha man and beta man, right? Or males, whatever. So this is what they say here when it says alpha males, right? What is an alpha male and what is a beta male? So an alpha male are those at the top of the social status hierarchy. Alphas are typical described as the real man. So what they're saying is that if you're an alpha, you're a real man. Okay, that's their definition. Hey, it is what it is. Beta males, right? Beta males, they weak, submissive, subordinate guys who are low status and only get access to mates once women decide to settle down and go searching for a nice guy. Wow, that's kind of interesting there. So what they're saying is that all men that are nice guys are beta males, and only the alpha males. Listen, I just gave y'all what they say what these titles are, which I don't subscribe to. But let me tell you what I do subscribe to, right? Because like I said, in the last 10 years, I haven't heard anything about alpha and beta males, right? And prior to the last 10 years, men and women have been running the world from dust until now, right? So all of a sudden now these titles, alpha man and beta males, has become a big, huge topic out there, right? Well, when I was growing up, I was told two things that as a young man, either I'm gonna be a leader or I'm gonna be a follower, right? This is Twinsinc speaking for me personally, right? When I think about a leader, I think someone who can lead, just like the word is lead, leaders. But someone who doesn't need to be told to do something, they just do it. Meaning that someone who takes the initiative. For example, if you play sports, right? You know what I'm saying? Everyone can't be the team captain. Someone has to be voted in, and someone who usually that people go to and trust as being the leader, right? And then at that point, once you have one person as a captain, then I guess everyone's a follower. I mean, when you look at things, if you look in the world that we live in today, so if you want to look at this route, the president is the leader. They're going to be one president. They ain't presidents. It's one president, and then people below him. So you think about that. If the president is the leader, everyone else below him is considered to be a follower. With that being said, everyone's a beta person, if you think like that, right? I mean, I'm just keeping it basic. I'm not trying to get too deep in this, but it's just that simple. How I look at the person that, when they say alpha is the top, and I get it, those are leaders, right? When I think alpha, so when we ask you what this alpha means to twins, I think a person who's a leader can be an alpha. You know what I'm saying? Someone who go out there and create their own business, right? Meaning that people who run these big organizations or do their own thing, they make money from it, right? Meaning that they're a leader, right? They took the initiative, they sacrificed their time and everything to launch their own business. I mean, you think of these big companies out there, you know what I'm saying? Coca-Cola, whatever. Someone at one point say, you know what? I want to do something different. I want to start this company, and I'm going to do this. And then, boom, that person with the idea maybe got in a room with a group of people, right? And they collectively came together and created this business, right? So those group of people will be considered leaders, right? And then everyone else who worked for the company will be considered beta, right? Because they didn't create the company, but they work for them, right? But how they got betas in here as weak, submissive men, I think I'm an alpha and beta man. I think I'm both. And some people say, well, you can't be both. That's wrong. You can be both. And you can be person, like no one's born a leader. You know what I'm saying? You have to be pushed if you have the right guidance and right people that lead you in the right direction, right? You can't come out the room and like, you know what? I'm not gonna cry. I'm a talk because I'm a leader. No, it don't work like that. You go through life. You learn things as you go. It's based on what you're being exposed to, is who's being taught, whatever's being led to you, whatever those things do matter. Can you be a better man and go from beta to being a leader? Yes, you can. It's just that simple. Think about this for a second. You think about Michael Jordan. I think Michael Jordan's a leader. But did he start out as a leader? No. He had to work hard to get to where he's at. And I'll give you a prime example. Everyone knows his story. Jordan got cut, right? His freshman year in high school playing basketball. But if he was a leader, he wouldn't have got cut, right? If he was that male dominant person that what they say his definition what an alpha male is, right? But I don't think he was a weak man. None of that. I mean, he just at that time in his life, he wasn't where he needed to be. But what did he do? He went back. He practiced all summer long, got better, grew. Now, that was just genetics right there. But he still worked on his craft because he didn't like the feeling of being not able to make the team. So he worked his butt off to get as good as his brother. Now, that's a whole nother story to get into, but his brother was like the real MJ. He was just short. But the point I'm trying to make is that he worked hard, and now we know Jordan for being who he is. 6-0 in the finals. Leader of his own brand, Jordan brand, a billionaire. I think he had 2.2 billion, whatever. But when you think of him now, you think of him a leader. But did he start as a leader? No. But did he work hard to become a leader and be strong in his skill that he's in? Yes. And if you don't understand that concept, then I don't know what to tell you. I just don't. But to say that a beta man is weak, I don't think they're weak at all. At the end of the day, everyone, it's like I say this for business, everyone can't be an entrepreneur, right? You have to have workers, right? But there's no shot to those workers. There's a lot of workers out there who make great money for themselves. It don't make them weak because they work for somebody else. It's just that, you know what? I don't want to put the effort in as being the full-time boss or leader. I want to be a person I come in, do my job, get paid very well, enjoy my life, and XYZ. That don't make you less of a man. It doesn't. Not at all. Now, that's me, Twinsinc speaking. You may get other people on this platform say that. Me, I don't. I'm more of a realist here. I'm not going to act like I'm something that I'm not. I think I'm a combination of both. I create my own platform. I worked hard, everything I do. I still work I still work in corporate America. But as far as women decide to settle down with nice guys, because I consider myself a nice guy. I don't consider myself being an a-hole. Now, that doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, if this may be a whole nother topic, but if a woman only sells with you because you're a nice guy or because you're a beta guy, then her I wouldn't say her raising needs to be questioned, because at this point she don't know what a man is or what a man should bring to the table or what she's actually looking for. Or do you want the guy who's going to be a provider, protector, leader, or you just want a guy? I mean, yes, I understand women are just as competitive as men. Ladies out there, they do want men who are very successful, who has a swag, who can control the room, that confidence, right? So that we consider the alpha man. But guess what? The beta guys can do that too. But we don't have to be the CEOs. We can be great in our own skill set that we have, right? But anyway, yes, once again, and alpha man's typically described as the real man. That doesn't make any sense to me. Any man out there that goes out there and get it is considered a real man. Any man who goes out there and, regardless if you create your own company or work for somebody, you're still a real man. Because I know a lot of men out there that don't do that at all. A lot of men stay home, or a lot of men complain about the system. Oh, the system this, the system that. Listen, I consider and agree with you. Yes, is there a problem out there? Yes, but am I going to keep sitting in that same area in my life, keep trying to blame somebody for what's going on in the world, or am I going to go out there and make it happen? And I know a lot of alpha males, and I know a lot of beta males who go out there and make it happen, regardless of what's put up a wall against us, with all the things all the hurdles that we got to go through as far as, being a black. If you watch me on YouTube, you can see I'm a black man. So regardless of me being alpha or beta, I still got hurdles I got to deal with every day, regardless of which category that I'm in. Maybe me being more alpha may give me more privileges or more confidence, or may have more money and resources to do certain things, but those same things still apply even if I was in the category as a beta. I think I'm both. I don't think I'm one or the other. I think I fit in both categories. But, I mean, could I be better than that? But, once again, I don't feed into that narrative as far as being one title. I consider myself a leader. I consider myself, when I'm around a group of other men who think like me, I can speak for myself. When I do speak, they listen to what I'm saying. Even if they disagree or agree, we can still have a dialogue, conversation, conversation. We're not cussing each other out and being disrespectful to each other. We both can recede and go back and forth, and in the day we can come to a ground level of understanding where you coming from, where I'm coming from. All right, let's do XYZ. Let's move forward. But based on what they saying with these alpha is like, whatever I say is the word, and that's it. You'll be a fool to believe those things right there. So I just want to be very quick. Just be give a little breakdown, get a little understanding about this alpha and beta thing. I wouldn't feed much into it, ladies. Men, I wouldn't feed much into it. I think a great mentor or someone that I look up to, as far as in the social media and marketing and YouTube and all this good stuff is this guy named Antoine Daniels, right? You can go check him out at AntoineDaniels.com. One thing he just speak about is that the men that he worked with, he makes sure they become the best version of themselves. And I'm going to echo that same message, but I want to give kudos to where kudos need to go and give people their flowers because, big shout out to him, though. He said, you can copy him. He don't mind. That's fine. Copy me. I'm cool with that. And I'm doing that. But I want to give the respect where respect is due. But men, all men, from boys to young men to grown men, whatever you are, focus every day to be the best version of yourself. Forget what the world says. Forget what people want. Forget what you see on TV and these social media and these ladies out there. Focus on being the best version of yourself. When you become the best version of yourself, everything will fall in place. And also the second part of the question, when I asked who's really checking for these alpha and beta men and does it matter, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. The group of circle men that I know and the group of circle men that I know and even men I don't know, I don't hear group men talking about, yeah, I'm an alpha, I'm an alpha, I'm an alpha. I'm a beta, I'm a beta, I'm a beta. No, these are not conversations that men are having. Is there a ranking of men? Is there a ranking of women? Yes, there's always going to be a ranking. There's always a 1 and there's always a 10. There's always going to be a captain. There's always be followers. It just doesn't matter what it is. There's always someone be ahead. I work in corporate America, and I'm a senior analyst. But guess what? I still have a senior manager that I report to, and that senior manager has the director they got to report to. So it doesn't matter what you do. There's always someone you're going to have to be either reporting to, unless you're your own boss. You know what I'm saying? You run your own company. Like, for example, I have a company called Twinsinc. I'm the boss of that company. The way it moves is based on how I want to move it. I don't have to report to nobody and say, hey, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do this? Can I switch it up? No, I just do it because this is my company. Understand what I'm saying? So the only people really checking these things out is probably going to be 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 is going to be ladies. They're going to be checking for that. They checking if, I don't know what they're checking on, honestly, because in this day and age, I'm not trying to change the subject, but in this day and age, a lot of women don't know really how to be women. And when I say don't know how to be women, they don't know how to be raised or taught how to be future wives, right? Everyone wants to be independent, and that's masculine energy. I'm going to say this real quick before I get up out of here. Most men are raised to be protector, providers, leaders, right? This is what we told from day one. Does every man do it? No, we don't. Do most men try to do it? Yes. So when a man says, this is what I bring to the table. I bring resources. I bring protection. I have my own house, my own business, my own car, right? Those are things that we bring to the table as a man, right? As a woman, if I ask you what you bring to the table and you say, oh, I bring a house, I got my own car, I run my own business, that's masculine energy. Do those things matter? Yes, they do. Are those things good? Yes, they are. But you can't bring the same things to the table that I'm working hard to do every day as a man to the table as a woman. And the reason why I'm saying that is this. As a man, I just asked my wife this question. I said, baby, if I came to you talking about what do I bring to the table, and I said, baby, I can cook, I can clean, I know how to wash clothes, I know how to wash dishes, I'm very nurturing, I know how to raise kids. If I brought those to the table as my main accolades, wife would be like, hell no, I'm not talking to you. But guess what? Those are things that women don't bring to the table, right? Now, fellas, it's always a plus to know how to cook and clean, do those things. It's always a good caveat because if your woman get hurt, you can hold it down instead of going and buying McDonald's and fast food every time. So know how to cook is a plus, fellas. So I'm not dismissing that. Know how to cook and maintain those things is always a plus. But as a man, you should be able to be provider, protector, whatever. All men should know how to go in and work a toolbox. And when I say work a toolbox, they should know what a flathead is and a Phillip is. They should know the difference of it. I just watched a meme this morning where a woman told her dude, hey, can you go in the garage and grab me a Phillip head? Right? And she was like 10 minutes, she was waiting. She's like, where the hell dude went? And she went in the garage like, baby, what's going on? And dude was like, with dead face serious. He said, babe, I'm so frustrated. Like, I can't find this Phillips head because all the tools say Stanley. Now, some of y'all may not understand this. Some of y'all do. Some of you might get this and some of you don't. But that's the maker of the brand. You'll catch it. Some of you won't catch it, but yeah. The dude didn't know the difference between the Phillip head and the flat head was, and he was stuck. And that's a problem. But the point I'm trying to make is that, ladies, having all those things as being your own boss, your owner, crib, car paid off, that's all plus. But outside of that, what else do you bring to the table? Do you bring that nurturing part? Do you bring that supportness? Do you bring that listening? Do you bring that peace? Those are things that most men want to hear. We're not saying we want a dumb female. All those things that you do have is definitely a plus. But come to a relationship and say, hey, I'm very feminine. Those are things that we want to hear. But anyway, that's a whole nother rabbit hole that I get into all the time in these conversations. But I just really talk real quick to y'all about this beta man and alpha man. And honestly, fellas, do not focus on these things. Be the best version of yourself. Be a leader is one thing I'll say. Just be a leader. If everyone's going to jump off the bridge, be the leader. Say, you know what? Nah, y'all have fun jumping. I'm going to be in lane, but I'm going to walk instead of jumping off the bridge because you know what? I want to live because I'm forward thinking. But that's all I have today, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to be a quick short video about these alpha and beta man. Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. This is Twinsinc speaking, so to each his own, to do matter too. But let me know how you feel. Drop a comment, like, listen, learn, comment, whatever, all the good things. Once again, we'll be back next Sunday with the Chop Team live recording with Set the Dark Child. And no telling what the topic would be. And any guests want to be on the show, drop an email at info@twinsinc.net or subscribe to any of the social medias you see below. Yeah, right down here where it says Twinsinc YouTube, the Chop Team Twitter, Twinsinc, what's that, Twitch? Whatever. Twinsinc is on all platforms. The Top 10 is on IG as well, and Gmail and YouTube. So we're growing here, people. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for all the supporters out there. Also, check me out Monday morning not Monday morning, but Monday evening at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Stereo app with Miss I Speak Life. Once again, the real deal versus how you feel. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to me today on this Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm out.